Heyo.
Uh-oh.
What?
You sound terrible.
These are my new fucking headphones.
Did you buy off-brand ones or did you buy legit ones?
I don't know. Probably off-brand.
When you said that they were $8, I was like,
God damn it. I'm trying so fucking hard here, Jeff.
No, you're not, because you didn't just buy the right thing. They're $15.
Well, you said they were on Amazon, and I looked for Apple earbuds on fucking Amazon.
Hey, Mrs. Yeti, listen to this. Kelsey, talk.
Why do I sound terrible? I don't understand.
Because you bought $8 ripoffs.
Fuck. Okay. What do I need to do? Do I need to switch headphones or just take them off?
Try this. Pull down on the top thing and you can switch from like voice isolation to standard. See if that changes anything.
Oh, it's on standard right now.
So do voice isolation.
How's this?
Nah, it's the same.
Oh, well, fuck.
So what you need... Okay, so I will find you what you need to buy, okay?
Yeah, good idea. And then just send them to me.
Yeah, I will.
Send me the link.
All right, so go fix yourself and we'll be here.
Well, I'll just unplug.
Mrs. Yeti.
Yeah.
Isn't it incredible?
Yeah.
What are you saying yeah to?
That, like, it's still wrong. It's still not right.
I know. Well, because what did we say? We said buy the $15 ones.
I'm here.
Oh, hey.
You sound good.
I do?
Talk more, Kelsey.
Well,
tell us a story.
This is me talking directly into my iPhone.
That actually doesn't sound bad.
No.
Okay. Well, this is what we're going to do until we figure out this fucking headset thing. This is my third set of headsets that doesn't fucking work.
That barely counts. You spent $8 on that. Come on, Kelsey. That's not. Did it say in the packaging? Did it say like this is an Apple product designed in California? No.
Yeah, it's like MFI certified or whatever. MPI. What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's certified for iPhone. There's like
it's not an Apple headset. It's a knockoff, but it's certified for Apple.
Right.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Well, why? That's your first giveaway. So did you know it was a knockoff this entire time?
Well, you did ask me earlier, and I was like, I don't know. But now that you say that, it makes sense, and they're knockoffs.
Kelsey, come on, dude.
Hey, she's at least trying.
I am
trying. She cares.
Now, I know exactly where in the Apple store that's in the mall near you. I know exactly where the product is that you want.
I don't want to drive to the fucking Apple store.
All right, you want to wait a week?
Yes.
All right.
It'll be fine. We'll just do this for a little while.
Yeah.
You said I sound great, so it's fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
At least I'm not Cody with my fucking dog barking in the background every single time you record.
It's incredible. I've reached my limit. I can handle no more.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, I know. When he's like, "Hey, do you want to record my rebuttal to the review tomorrow?" I'll be like, "Yeah."
Yep.
And then I'll just be furious when it's still dog shit.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Episode 4, Book of Boba Fett.
This episode sucked.
Oh no!
Oh no! I liked it more than all the other episodes.
This is probably my favorite episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like I still do not confuse yourself. There's still a laundry list of complaints in my notes.
Yeah. Same here. I couldn't get over some of the points that we'll get to later, but I just couldn't get over it. And I was like, fuck this episode.
That's so interesting. Well, this one ended and I was like, all right, it's pretty cool. Especially because, we'll talk about it when we get to it. So let's,
all right, so first things first. Doodaloo, 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 doodaloo.
Yes.
Flashback, Kelsey.
I'm on it. I made note of that.
Right at the start. So we start out with him in the tank and he flashes back. And we see him creeping on Jabba's palace.
Jabba the Hutt. He was a coffee baron. Jabba. Yeah, so he's creeping, he's looking, he's peeping through his little sight on his gun. I see some guards, and he's like, I know, I'll go have myself a rest. And so he goes and he feeds his bantha. I like that part. Yeah. I like that the bantha isn't some CGI bullshit. It's clearly a shitty puppet. And what did I say at the very beginning of all these reviews?
That you love shitty puppets.
I love shitty puppets, dude. Shitty puppets are great. When he's riding around on there, he looks so stupid, but I love it.
Looks better than some CGI.
It sure does.
I was surprised that this episode started basically the exact same way that the last episode started.
Yeah.
When he was riding the bantha in the desert, and I was like, wait, we already saw this episode. And then I was like,
I thought the same. I was like, are we flashing back about this again?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, we just did the recap. And then I was like, oh, wait, he has 2 staffs in his little backpack. I was like, okay, so this is the new one. What the hell?
Did you click pause to make sure you were on the right one?
No, but I thought about it. But I saw the second staff, and I was like, all right, I'm in the right place.
I had to do that with Cobra Kai last night. We started an episode, and it was like children that were younger than we're used to, and they were in a new environment I've never seen. And I was like, what the fuck did I click on?
That's because you haven't seen the first Karate Kid, huh?
I haven't seen any of the Karate Kids, I don't think.
Oh, well, then that's why.
No, you don't even know why. It's because they're giving us yet another generation of children to care about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Another generation of teen drama.
Another generation. So not only are we caring about the like high school age kids that are like seniors, but now we also care about like these middle school kids. It's too many children, man. It's too many kids.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yep.
Because I've seen the whole season, so I'm not gonna say, but now I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I clicked. So I was just saying that I thought I clicked on a completely wrong show. So I was just curious if you were like, wait a minute, I thought I've seen this already.
Yeah, I was. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I saw the second staff and I was like, all right, I'm in the right place.
It's an interesting detail for you to pick up on.
Totally. But I did like how, going back to what you were saying about him feeding the bantha and how it's a puppet.
Yeah.
I liked that he just like threw him a chicken thigh. Like, here you go.
Yeah, what the fuck do those things eat? Because like
they'll fill you up.
Its teeth are like that of a brontosaurus. So you would think that vegetation would probably be its primary diet because it seems like basically a gigantic cow.
Yeah, it is like a giant.
Except for its eyes face forward like a predator and not to the side like prey.
But how is that hunting anything though?
And
the
Disney
dog's
doesn't pay that
eyes
much attention.
Well, I don't know, but the dog's eyes face sideways like a prey, but they're predators. It makes no fucking sense. This world is backwards.
Well, it makes definitely no sense that I'm supposed to believe that bantha it's sneaking up on prey and eating meat.
Yeah, because it moves so slowly too. Like, there's no way it could be a predator.
I swear walking must be easier.
Well, and what was funny, I was like, I wonder what it eats right before he threw him the chicken thigh. And I was like, the fuck?
It eats chicken thighs.
It eats chicken thighs.
It's essentially Space Cody.
And
Mrs. Yeti, your mic is rubbing.
It's not.
It's not me.
It's not rubbing.
It could be Kelsey.
It's not fucking me.
Kelsey, I wouldn't say that if I were you, because you don't even know what the fuck you're doing.
This is true. But fuck off. Not me.
Jeff is insane. It's
no, he's not. He's not insane. He's particular, but he's not insane.
Well, anyway.
Right. So then we see flares and pops and bangs in the background, and
I
know...
immediately was like, Mandalorian.
Yeah, what part in the Mandalorian was that though? That there was
when
flares
they're
and
hunting
bangs?
Fennec, and like she has her sights on them, and the Mandalorian's like, I'm gonna do this flare thing, and that'll blind her sights, and we're gonna alternate off doing that so that we can get up close to her, because they were gonna go through her like sniper alley.
Right. That's right. And then Boba Fett goes and finds Fennec.
But first of all, we have to talk about how that explosion was like super far away.
Yeah.
And Boba's like, I'm gonna go check that out. Like, if that were me and I saw like a comet falling to the ground like hundreds of miles away, I'm not gonna be like, come on, Bantha, let's go mosey through the fucking desert all night till we get to wherever that was.
But if you were bored enough.
Yeah, because you got to imagine he's not going to just be jacking off on Twitter. He's like, I got really nothing else to do.
It probably was at least 50 miles away. At least.
Maybe 20.
Maybe 15.
Maybe 20.
How many times have you seen flares go off in the distance?
I've seen comets a few times.
You've seen comets? What comets have you seen? Those are a pretty rare occurrence.
I've seen shooting stars is what I meant.
Okay. I've got some startling news for you, Kelsey. Those shooting stars that you've seen are much further than 50 miles away.
Okay. Well, you know.
No, I don't.
Meteor showers? I don't know. Fuck. It just looked like it was really far away. That's all I'm saying.
I think that it probably would have been walking distance. I wasn't that thrown off. Other than, I don't know why he'd waste the energy.
Through the desert.
Through the desert.
Bantha that goes like -3 miles per hour.
Yeah, that must have been an all-night event. But I guess if he he's like, fuck, I gotta get in there to get to my ship. It's looking like it's gonna be a hassle. I don't have my armor. And then he sees shit goes down and he's like, I'll go look and see what happened.
Or maybe he's like, I can use that ship.
I could see it happening. If it was old-timey days and I was perched up here in the woods and I saw some shit go down, like down in the canyon, I might wander down and check it out.
Okay. That's
I could see it. I could see it.
All right. Fair.
So, anyway, fucking A. So he finds, I've seen shooting stars.
He finds Fennec, picks her up.
Did you think I was going to be like, good point, Kelsey?
No, I knew you'd make fun of me. You make fun of everything I say.
Yeah, that's why you're so damn special.
Says the autistic one.
Hey, my autism helps me out in many situations, so how dare you?
Yeah, so does my being a snowflake.
Anyway, finds Fennec, takes her to like Cyber Geek Shop, takes her to Geek Squad.
I have a big problem with that.
I do too.
Whole thing. It's like they wanted this to all take place on Coruscant, but they were like, well, he fell in the Sarlacc pit on Tatooine, so I guess we'll just put these Coruscant type environments onto Tatooine. It's like, no, give it a different vibe. You now have like music that's like all like techno-y, and
yes, the music
and they all
was
have colored
terrible.
hair and those shitty powder puff girls scooters, and yeah, I didn't like that. That was dumb. Very dumb.
So you're going to tell me that these people are apparently everywhere, but we've never seen them before.
Right. It's never been a part of Tatooine's like environment and culture, but now it's everywhere that
Right.
everyone has this, and there's like shops, like tattoo parlors to go.
You know what would have been great? They should have taken her to Amy Sedaris's ship fix-it place, and she would have been like, "Oh, I'm good at fixing all sorts of shit." And it'd have been like, "Oh, Amy Sedaris is back. Sweet."
Yeah, or another shop of like quirky people, like desert people.
Should have taken him to Watto. He'd have been like, "Oh, Boba Fett, you need me to fix this bitch? Okay, you got the coin." You know, Watto things.
I think that they were just like, hey, Fennec is a cyborg, like those thug kids Boba Fett hired. Like, make the connection is
so
what.
he'd go to their basically like tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
Yeah.
No, I get it. They're trying to make a connection to their own shittiness. Like, yes, they are trying to connect their own shit to their own shit, but they made a oopsie when they brought those in the first place. So now referencing them more is bad.
Yeah, and they could have still had like partial droid people be a thing, but not give them shiny stuff. Like they should be like grungy and like their droid parts like kind of work and they're always like banging their head. And then they're like, all right. I can see again, you know?
That would have been more Star Warsy. Like, they're like little eyeball starts tweaking out and then they're like slap, slap, slap. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. So that was really dumb. The music was also horrific. Good call on calling that out. The music was bad.
It was so bad and takes you so out. Like it's not in line with the world. Like it doesn't fit the mood, it doesn't fit the world, it doesn't fit the entire theme of the show. So
right, when your theme song is like like what the fuck is this like fucking house music doing?
Boots and cats, boots and cats.
And this guy with like dreads who he's like basically performing surgery, but he can't see half the time from under his dreads. It even at one point he like does a head shake of like, I gotta get it out of my eyes.
Like a emo kid?
Like, bro, you don't have a hair tie?
Or a bobby pin?
Yeah, you don't have a bobby pin, bro?
Yeah. So then Finnick, like they go off back into the desert and camp and like Finnick wakes up and she's like, oh fuck, I'm part droid. And then and she's like, I guess I'm worth more.
Before,
I know.
Alive.
She was part droid when the Mandalorian was going down.
Going down.
Really?
Yeah, dude, when the Mandalorian was going down. Yeah, she was part droid then too.
Yeah. When after they shot her.
Yeah, she was all droid party.
Yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't a new thing.
Oh.
But I did think it was weird that like there was
well,
a
now
blue
wait.
and a
If Mrs. Yeti isn't sure that that's true, now I question if we're right.
Well, here's the thing. I had forgotten that Fennec was in season 1 of The Mandalorian at all. And I was like, oh.
Now, isn't she going to be a little pissed at Mando when they meet up? Or wait, we already settled that season 2, right?
Met Mando, yeah.
No, I know that they met up, but like, were they a little angry at each other? I can't remember how that went.
We'd have to go rewatch it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, she wanted to like kill him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should rewatch season 2. We watched season 1 twice, but season 2 we only watched once.
And you guys were giving me shit for not remembering shit that happened from the 70s. Fucking Star Wars.
Kelsey, those are the ones that we grew up watching. Those should be ingrained in your goddamn head. Season 2 came out when we were literally in the hospital with baby Yeti is when season 2 came out, bruh. So fuck off.
No. No, you.
No, you, Kelsey. No, you.
All right. So now I got a great point. He like he says that he wants her to help him go steal a ship and she's like, just ask for it. And he's like, I'm less persuasive without my armor. And it's like, what the fuck? Then why are you always taking your helmet off once you have your armor? Leave it on. If
and also, did you not just spend years learning how to fight with a stick?
Ugh. I have so many complaints about this whole episode and him not fighting.
Yeah, it is true. He didn't do shit.
He didn't do anything.
They might as well have named this the Book of Fennec because fucking A, Boba Fett does nothing. And Fennec saves the day every fucking time. And
she's got
so
the
annoying.
camera droid. She gets the bomb out of the ship. She fights all the people while he flies it. Yeah.
I was definitely pissed when she dropped the bomb in his ship. Like, bro, you don't know where the buttons are in your own fucking ship? Fennec had to do it for you? Okay.
Yeah. And also when she like is on the back of his ship and she like shoots the gate open and then like the ship door closes and she like has this smug bitchy look on her face and I just want to smack her. I just want to fucking smack the shit out of her.
Yep.
But speaking of wanting to smack people, like when Boba Fett calls his ship the fire spray gunship, I wanted to scream.
I know, right? That's Slave One, bitch. I know. Dude,
like,
I made a tweet about that. They got 700,000 interactions. Yeah, that's Slave One. And I think that people are pretty upset about them changing the name.
Yeah, and oh, God. Ugh. But anyway.
Why can't it be Slave One, dude? There's slaves in Star Wars. I believe Jango Fett was a slave, and that's why the name is the name what it is. Like, bruh. this is a universe that has slaves, and like that's the name of his fucking ship, and it's a rad name, dude. It's a cool name.
I mean, the wokeness is just unbearable in this episode, especially with like the female girl power bullshit that they're doing with Fennec. I can't. I fucking can't handle it. I'm like, this is the fucking Book of Boba Fett. It's supposed to be about him being a badass. It's not supposed to be about her. And then like they're changing the name and they like, just so annoying. Just keep it real, man.
The wokeness is too much, man.
Well, and it's a great point because now even thinking through, it's like, okay, so they're gonna try and break in. So then she has the camera droid and she sends the camera droid in, and then they figure it out and she's like, well, we'll time it around their shifts. And then they go up and she's the one who cuts down the rods. And then they go in, like, you're right. Even stuff that shouldn't have to be her is her. Because Boba Fett's
he just follows her
incompetent.
Right. And then every time he does something, she has to question it and make him look like a dumbass. Like when he sets his bantha free and she's like, do you really want to do that right now? Like you couldn't have waited until we made sure we got your ship back?
Yeah.
Like, and he has a real old Yeller moment. Go, get out of here.
Go on, get. I know. He like throws a chicken wing 20 feet. Like, wouldn't the thing just eat it and then turn around and be like, more, please?
Yeah. Oh, God. Okay.
I'm so glad that you're because usually I'm the one who's freaking out about this woke garbage. But the only one that really made me like, what the fuck, was just the dropping of the bomb. I was like, what the? You don't know where your own buttons are in your own ship, guy?
Well, if you were to watch it again with new eyes, you would see every single badass moment that Boba had the opportunity to show that he's still a badass.
Yeah.
He pussed out. And it all ended up being on Fennec. And Fennec's like, she's basically, okay, so skipping forward ahead just a little bit. So he offers her protection for working for him. And he's like, I'll protect your life with mine. And I burst out laughing because I was like, first of all, he's gonna protect her. Like he's been protecting him this entire fucking time. Like that is not an enticing offer.
That's not a great deal. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. That's so funny. Yeah,
she's the badass of this story.
He's supposed to be. Yeah, but she's the one who does everything cool, and he's like, I will pledge my life to protect you. It's like, oh, thanks, old man.
And he's like, I'm gonna offer you something that none of your other clients have ever offered. I'll protect your life with mine. And I was like, sweet offer, bruh. No thanks.
I know. She should have been like, nah, I'll probably just kill you at some point and just take everything.
Not interested.
That's so funny. Because, yeah, you're right. So, okay, we go back to they're sneaking in to get his ship back. And first obstacle they come into is they bust into the kitchen. And there's two droids sitting there chopping up vegetables. And droid number 1 is like going to check out what that noise was.
He's like, call the rat catcher.
Yeah, dude, the rat catcher was great. The little rat catcher droid with his little net, and he turns himself off. I love the rat catcher.
So that made me laugh too, because I was like, Boba's going on a literal goose chase right now. And I was like, that's all actual true crime. Droid duck.
And then the other droid is just got a ton of knives, right? So it looks over at Boba Fett and it starts spinning its knives around as if it is Grievous. General Grievous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know how Grievous would spin his lightsabers around him and make like a force field? So it starts spinning all these knives and it's looking at Boba Fett like it wants to get in that ass and just and then
ass hamster.
And then just like Kelsey said, up from behind the droid pops Fennec and she slits its throat basically with like a little mini lightsaber thing.
Yeah, so can we talk about that chef droid for just a second? Because
yes.
he had 6 fucking knives, and if he threw all 6 of them, he was bound to hit Boba Fett. Like,
yeah.
But instead, he just like twirled them around like a fucking fairy.
You're 100% correct. Oh, Kelsey, you're the best at this. And so I figured the reason that they were not just, shooting these fucking droids is because they didn't want to make noise. But then when the rat catcher droid comes, they have no problem knocking over pots, knocking over pans. They're making a huge ruckus. It's like, bruh, shoot it. Just fucking shoot it.
And then when he turns his own lights out, then Boba Fett can't even kill him because he kills himself. He fucking throws him into a trash can.
No, it's better. I'm sure Lauretta is listening to this review and she doesn't know what the rat catcher droid looks like. It basically looks like kind of a bunny. It was about 1.5 feet tall and it had a little net and it was there to catch a rat because when Boba first comes in with Fennec, they move a grate, and the other droid's like, yo, I think that was a rat. Call the rat catcher. And he's like, okay. So then the rat catcher comes, little bunny. Boba, like Kelsey said, goes on a wild goose chase, just chasing this thing. Eventually, he catches it, and he throws it up against the wall. And he's like, do you know who I am? And like, no, dude, it's a rat catcher droid. He doesn't know who you are. But the rat catcher droid is having a panic attack, so he opens up his chest and just turns his own off button off.
Yeah. So Boba couldn't even kill him. And then it's just so funny.
Oh my god, that's so great. Boba Fett couldn't even kill the rat catcher. He was gonna be like, I don't get what his goal was. Like, yeah, do you not know who I am? I'm Boba Fett. You don't know who I am. It's like, no, he's a rat catcher droid, bro. He doesn't know who you are.
Dude, pride comes before the fall. And he was just like, I'm a badass and you should know who I am. And then the fucking rat catcher is like, no thanks. Beep.
That would be like if I trapped a chipmunk in the yard and I was like holding up the cage going, do you know who I am? Chipmunk's like,
yeah.
No, I don't. Who are you, mister?
And then the chipmunk just offs itself. It's like, no thanks.
So then they do some more sneaking. They find the ship, which they call like what, fire spray or fire queef
fire
or something.
spray.
Yeah.
And Fennec covers for him, so again, she's the badass making all the shots.
Well,
literally.
before that, they take down a bunch of guards all quietly, and then they congratulate each other on doing so well. As the alarm then goes off, and they're like, "Oh shit." Was that confusing to anybody other than me? They were like, good job.
It was confusing.
Not so bad yourself. And then,
It's like, why? Why now?
What? Yeah, I thought you guys just silently took everybody out. So why is the alarm going off?
Because it needed to move ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Because the plot was like, Boba Fett was like, oh, what's at my foot? Oh, the script. Oh, it says here, Fennec, that now we need to run to the ship because the alarm's going off. And she was like, oh, gotcha.
So then Fennec handles everyone.
Yep.
While Boba Fett fumbles with trying to get his plane up and running.
Well,
and
they showed him
so bad at driving it. He hit every goddamn wall on the way out.
It was weird when he was climbing into the cockpit. They showed him climbing, and it's like they sped up the film, and it made it all kind of jumpy. Did you guys notice that too, or was that just a me thing?
They also did it with one of the times Fennec was on the ship. They sped it up, and it looked all jumpy. It was like, what?
Kelsey, did you see that too, or no?
No, I missed that.
Do you have a 4K TV?
I do.
Okay. That was my first guess, is maybe it's because the resolution's so high it just fucks with the frame rate, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know either, man.
Maybe it's our internet.
I don't think it is. Did you see it too, Kelsey?
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it at all?
No, I didn't see it jumping around and being all cray.
You want to go back and rewatch it? We'll wait.
No, I'm not going to make you guys wait for that. The pod must go on.
The pod, yeah. Hey, the plot's here. Move forward.
The plot's here. We got to go on.
So yeah, Boba Fett's trying to get his plane up in the air. He kind of does. Fennec is on the basically, what would you call that? Like the drawbridge type thing? What, gangplank?
Yeah, on the back. She's just on the back.
She's just on the back. She's fucking up everything that comes her way, shooting people. People like Gamorrean guards jump on there. She has no problem just kicking the shit out of them.
She's just fighting a pig.
Just doing great. And then Boba Fett's like, yo, I need the gate to open. He's like, I think I can do it. And she's like, nah,
kind of
I got it.
fending off all bad guys.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't get the gate open.
As he's hitting every fucking wall on the way out. Like, how did they get the ship in there if they couldn't get it out? Like, what the fuck? And it's his ship. It's not like he's a new pilot here. Like, it's his fucking ship. Like, fly the fucking thing.
That didn't bother me so much because he was like maneuvering, trying to like he was using the thrusters to like knock people over and stuff. So I figure that's why he was having an issue. It would be like if you were trying to do donuts while I'm on the back of your no, you have a Subaru. It's like I'm on the back of your Subaru, right? And I'm fighting guys, and you're doing donuts trying to help me out, and then you're in a parking garage, and you end up hitting a couple columns.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I guess not.
No, it's his fucking ship. He should know how to drive it, and he's driving like a bitch.
I just think it's a bitch move that he can't really do anything right, and she's back there just dominating.
Yeah, and then she like shoots the gate open as the ship door closes, and then she looks like a fucking twat, and I want to punch her in her face.
Yeah, I get you. But the next scene we have is they're flying away, and she's like, "What's next?" And he's like, "I got some scores to settle." And then we see all that motorcycle gang that we've been seeing all season. There's a whole pack of them just driving across the desert. And then if you notice, there's something in the sky, and it's getting closer.
No.
Yep. It's Slave One, because it's still Slave One to me, baby. And then all of a sudden it gets bigger and bigger, and then it just starts lighting up all these bastards.
And you would think that if it was personal, he would want to do it like face to face.
Nah, I thought that was rad. That was a Boba Fett move, dude. Just fucking him up. That was awesome.
It just seemed a little bit anticlimactic.
No, I loved it, dude. I thought it was awesome. I love that moment.
So is that like the only time that Boba Fett's ever been a badass in this series?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and it was great. And that just, I don't know, to me, that was just a Boba Fett thing to do. To just be like, yeah, I'm going to just go fuck some shit up. And then he went and fucked some shit up.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that.
And then he goes to the wormhole that he crawled out of.
Yeah. I was
like, does he really not remember that he crawled out with his armor on?
Yeah.
Right.
Does he not recall that moment that he got out?
Because he looked right at the little Jawa that punched him in his face.
And he probably doesn't remember like doing a striptease while he was in there, right?
Right.
So your shit's not in there. And then it was so weird. So he dips the cockpit of the ship into the Sarlacc pit. And then it just shows it like going in deeper and deeper. And then he's like, I can't see anything. I was like, do you not have motherfucking headlights? And then he's like, oh, here's the headlight. And then he flips on like a little spotlight.
His ship.
And also, how do the physical mechanics work? The thrusters on the back are supposed to push you forward. How is he hovering upside down?
Right.
And I cannot get over it. They needed to show thrusters like reverse some other direction to like stabilize him hovering over the ground the wrong direction.
Nah, fuck you.
Made no goddamn sense.
Well,
it was like, do we not care about physics anymore, people?
Yeah, come on.
Well, and that hole was way too small for his fucking ship to be going
100%. And so it seemed like they were just going to have him dip the cockpit in to have a quick look around. But no, it shows it as if he's flying into it. It was so weird, dude. And the whole time I was like, do they not remember that for the Star Wars special editions, they added that the Sarlacc pit has got like a worm mouth that comes out of it? That didn't used to be like that. Back in the originals, like when I had them on VHS, the Sarlacc pit was just that. It was just a pit. Then they added some fucking worm head to it. So I was like, do they not remember that they added that? And then all of a sudden, the fucking worm thing goes, oh, there's something in my mouth.
Which, wasn't it supposed to be dead? Because he, like, shot it through its throat?
Nah, he just injured it.
I didn't know if it was dead or not. Either way, now that we know that it's not dead, did he not want to, like, blow it up before doing this?
And it looked like a goddamn Demogorgon. Have you seen Stranger Things?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
It totally did. I was like, they ripped off Stranger Things here.
No.
Like, there's this Demogorgon squid.
Unfortunately, this is from like 2002 or whenever the special editions came out. Ugh. Like late 90s, I think. Anyway. Okay. But yeah, so then that grabs the fucking ship. And then there's this whole panic moment because the ship is stuck. Boba Fett's just looking constipated. Doesn't know what to do. Fennec notices that there's a button. Oh, I must get to this button. So she can't reach it while she's in her harness. So she undoes her harness and in a heroic moment, climbs up the ship basically to hit the button, which drops a bomb off of the back that somehow gets around to the front and goes down into the fucking Sarlacc pit worm mouth, blows it up. And then he's like, "Don't touch my buttons." And
But
she's
it
like,
doesn't.
"Meh."
It didn't even blow up their ship. Like, you would think that it would blow up their ship too.
"Nah, ship's fine."
Yeah, what
But
the fuck?
the wormy thing is now blown up, which, like, bruh, blow it up. And then they're doing a recon mission for his armor with basically a fucking rope. Like, the people who climbed Everest in the 50s had more elaborate equipment than these guys. They just have a fucking rope. And it's
Sheets tied together.
yeah, basically sheets tied together. And he's not even got it around him in a way that you would do it if you were doing it, like, with ropes. Like, duh. Make a harness, duh. Anyway, blow it up beforehand and then just do this in the first place. Like, why? What did you think that you could sneak a ship past the Sarlacc? The ship, like that creature wouldn't notice that. Oh, hey, there's a spaceship in my mouth. What
Yeah, that
the
would
fuck?
be like if you didn't notice you were having sex and you're a girl.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
just gonna dip the tip in there.
No, it'd be like if you just woke up and all of a sudden it was like, oh, I'm at the dentist getting a root canal. Oh shit.
The fuck?
I think you notice.
And then this is the part where Boba talks to Fennec, like, afterwards about wanting to start a house.
Yeah.
And he's asking her to work for him, and then this is the part where he, like, offers his life to protect hers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
This
That's-
is so great. This version of Kelsey.
Yeah.
Love it.
When Kelsey's riled up, it's pretty good. It's grade A Kelsey right there.
And so then, like, we flash forward in the flashback to him killing Bib Fortuna, and he gets out of the tank, and they're like, "You're healed." And it was like,
Yeah.
what?
Because
What?
Mrs.
Yeah.
Yeti was like, is this the end of the flashbacks? And I was like, surely it's not, because we didn't see him killing Bib Fortuna, which, by the way, is probably a pretty big deal. That's probably a moment that we might want to see, right?
Yeah, like, how did they get in there? How did they kill him? Like, was there not an uprising and ruckus in the palace when he did that?
Yeah.
People just were like, this heavily guarded, well-populated palace. People were like, okay.
Hopefully we do get to see it. But then they were like, oh, you're all healed now. And him healing was our plot device for us seeing flashbacks, which makes me think that, no, we won't. And that's why they threw it in at the very end.
Yeah, now they're gonna just be flashing forward, like, back and forth, I think.
I think we're probably going to stay in modern times right now.
Yeah. I feel like they felt they had to start the series with where they left off after Mandalorian, but they also had to tell the story of why he got to where he is.
Well, wait a minute. Are we in his timeline where he has taken over the throne? Have we met up with Mandalorian yet? No, we haven't. Because Mandalorian gets him his armor back.
Right.
No. So in the flashback, they don't show the Mandalorian stuff. They just show once he has his armor back and he kills Bib Fortuna, and that was at the end of season 2 of the Mandalorian. So they didn't even talk about him meeting the Mandalorian. They were like, you guys all saw this. We're not gonna go and do it.
The reason I say it is because at the very end of the episode, they were like, with money, you can buy muscle. And then they played the Mandalorian theme.
Yeah,
because they know him now.
Does that imply that they're going to hire him to come help?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So going back, because you just took us all the way to the end.
We're almost there, but okay.
Yeah. So so Black Chewie snaps and kills a bunch of dudes
for no reason.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't figure out why he killed them. He just, like, suddenly decided he was gonna kill him.
For Lauretta, we gotta real quick. So he gets out of his tank and they're like, you're all healed. And he's like, I should go show my face around town. And I was immediately like, put your goddamn armor on, you jackass. So then we flash over to the casino that we've seen 100 times. And yeah, like you said, what's his name? Like
Bigger,
Black
Chewie.
Stanton.
Black Stanton or something
Bigger,
like that?
badder Chewie.
Bigger, badder Chewie.
I just call him Black
doesn't
Chewie.
matter.
He's just
Black
sitting
Chewie.
there drinking, and he notices
Getting
these
pissed.
and he notices these aliens that are like winning, and they're like all psyched on this chick
So
with her
he's
titties
like
out.
a washed up rocker, like a rock star. But his rock
Gladiator.
was the fact that he was a gladiator.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you know, for reference, like he's washed up, drunken, rock
So do you
star.
think that that's why he got pissed? Because he saw other people like getting money and this chick was all over him and he was like, I used to be the number one.
I don't know, because like the foxy bitch madam that works there, like she came to tell him to calm the fuck down, and she kept like stroking his ego about how he's such a gladiator and everyone knows his name and he's
I
so
think that was literally just to tell us, the audience, that he's important.
right. But it was weird. And then like she was like, just calm down, and if you do, I'll wipe out your drinking debt, which you have racked up substantially. And then he's all like, nah, fuck you. And then he rips the guy's arm off and then pays the debt before leaving. So he just like rips the guy's arm off and everyone's like,
oh my.
And he's like, here's your coins, you bitch. And then he leaves. And then Boba chases after him.
Wouldn't Boba Fett, since he is now supposed to be like the law keeper? I hear some rustling. Who's rustling?
It's me. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not me.
Why are you rustling? How many times do I have to tell you to stop doing that?
I'm not.
And you do it again. I'm not.
I didn't mean to.
So anyway, he's supposed to be like the law keeper who's in charge, right? He just watches this guy rip a fucking just random alien who's just gambling, having a good time. He rips this guy's arm off and then is like, deuces. And he's like, hey, I'll hire you. And not like, hey, buddy, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah, and
He's
he like
rattling.
killed like 4 people before that.
Mrs.
He was
Yeti,
doing it to
you're
piss
doing a I don't fucking care about the podcast,
No,
and you
I'm
know
not.
how much I hate that.
Not my podcast.
I'm
bitch.
not. It's to make. It's because after last time I was like, man, I wish I would have said, Kelsey, you see why sometimes I think he's autistic or has like the hyperacusis thing where you can hear really good and it's like debilitating how good you can hear. It's like, I cannot fucking think anymore. What is that noise?
Yeah, it's like you have sensory processing disorder. It's like you have any sensory and you're like,
So,
If you two
did
ever
it.
listen back to the podcast and realize how fucking on point I am and so fucking quick-witted and funny, it's
You
not
are.
that type of shit drives me crazy and I can't think of what I'm trying to say when I hear it. So I'm
I
like,
know.
stop. And then you
I
guys are like,
know.
that's so funny that fucks with him. Oh my God, fuck this podcast. Like, no, fuck you.
No,
Respect the pod.
No. Everyone comes to, like, people come to the podcast for you, and this is part of you. And I just think it's hilarious because
it is.
this is who you are. And then it just proves my point. And every time that on the pod, you were like, Mrs. Yeti always thinks I'm fucking autistic or something. And it's like, well.
I don't think
turned
that
off my
points to
fan.
any sort of autism. Like, that is wildly distracting. The reason it doesn't bother you is because it doesn't play in your mic. You don't hear the
I
scratching
know.
noise.
Well, and then
I know.
Anchor cuts it out.
I've been
anyways,
on
and
many
no
a
one cares.
Zoom meeting. I know.
Well, then, okay, so you take us through what happened next.
Oh, taking your ball and going home.
Nope.
I
Take us
just
through
was
what happens
having
next.
fun.
Just do it.
Oh,
I don't remember what we were talking about.
I don't know. Oh, Black Chrysanthemum gets pissed, rips the guy's arm off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then he leaves, and Boba Fett's like, hey, wait up. I don't care that you just killed people in my casino and made a huge scene. Come, work for me.
Yeah, why did it offer him to work for him when hey, I'm talking now? Excuse me.
I don't hear anything. What do you mean? Is this distracting to you?
Yeah, because
Why?
I do have sensory processing disorder.
Hey, shut up and be funny. Get off my case, asshole. Be funny.
Okay.
I hurt Jeff's feelings.
No. I'm just
sorry,
saying
my
it's so
love,
easy.
my
So just
pet.
be. No, I'm not doing anything. Just be funny.
I forgot what I was saying.
How could you forget? It's so easy. Just talk.
I can't.
No, come on.
No, I
Mrs. Yeti, where are you at? Help her out.
I literally have sensory processing disorder, so I cannot.
No, I know. That's why I'm asking Mrs. Yeti, because, come on. It's funny.
Oh, you're bitter. Getting petty.
I'm just trying to point out that it's fucking difficult.
So
good point. You are right.
So why didn't Boba Fett offer Black Chewie a job when he set him free?
Yeah.
Like, why
That's
did he
what
wait
I
until
don't
he killed a bunch
understand.
of bitches and then was like, hey?
No, because then we got to see that awkward scene where he ran off like he was trying to be sneaky. He's like, whoop, 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 whoop.
That was so weird.
So weird.
And then Fennec gathers all the former leaders under Jabba the Hutt and offers them a job with Boba Fett.
Yep.
But also not at the same time.
Yeah, which is so weird. I was like, are they offering them a job? Or because she was like, pledge your allegiance to Boba Fett. And then Boba Fett's like, nah, I'll leave you guys alone if you just leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I know. What kind of negotiation was that?
Yeah, and then he's like, we're organizing to take out the Pikes. But if they approach you, you just be neutral. Cool. Be neutral. Be cool. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, are we organizing to take out the Pikes or are we organizing to just be neutral?
It seemed like at the end when he was like, oh, my deal with them is way better than what the Pikes would offer. Because I'm guessing, like, to imply that the Pikes would just take over their territory and take all their money. Whereas he's saying you can keep your money, just like fuck off and don't get involved.
Yeah.
That's how I took it, but it also, I don't know, it seemed really dumb.
But he needs them to defeat the Pikes.
Shit, you scared the crap out of me. Oh my god. He just like appeared.
I hear the scratchy noise and I must get visual confirmation that it's not her. It's not her, Kelsey. It's you.
It's not me because I can hear it too, so it must be you.
It's not me. I'm walking around with it away from my face.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it hits my jacket, so sometimes it's me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't mean to.
Let's just wrap this shit up. Let's wrap this shit up before I lose my mind.
So the leaders are all like, nah, bro, we don't trust you. And then the Rancor's like, rawr! And he like puts his claw through the grate and like scares the shit out of all of them. And then they're like,
think it was funny that the table was on top of the like
the Rancor.
The Rancor pit. That was pretty funny.
That was kind of weird.
It should have been where like his seat was not and the rest of the table was.
Yeah, he could have just dropped all of those bitches down there. Been
I
like, have a good snack.
He should have. And then we all
Your territories are mine.
I know, he should have done that, and then we all could have been like, wow, fucking A, dude, Boba Fett did some Boba Fett shit. And instead we're here going like, well, he made him an offer. They were like, nah. And he was like, okay, fine. But then just like, at least be cool. Like, don't go against me, guys. And they were like, all right.
Well, and Fennec looks at him like, you fucking twat.
I know.
It's so weird. Like, why isn't she in charge? She's clearly better prepared to handle his kingdom than he is.
This is just all the Disney TV shows have done. Like, Loki was not in charge. Female Loki was. In Hawkeye, like, whatever that chick was, like, she's in charge. And now in this, just Fennec's in charge.
Can we just let...
Uh-oh, Kelsey, you broke up. Can we just let men do what?
Oh, sorry. I was receiving a call right as that happened. But can we...
Who is calling you at 9:00?
It was the school district.
Ugh.
So can we just let men be masculine?
Nope.
Like, in movies and in real life.
In The
like,
Mandalorian.
Can we just let men be men and women be women? Like, why do we have to let the women... like
be the only badasses
and be the only badasses? Like, it's cool if they have badass moments here and there,
sure.
Like, but
yeah,
do they
I agree.
have to be the only badasses in the movie? Like, does Boba Fett have to be a bitch?
Like, Fennec could be a badass and Boba Fett could be a badass. They could both be badass, but now he's an old man and she's like doing everything.
So annoying. And that's my major problem with this whole episode is like Fennec. It's the fucking Fennec show.
Yeah, you're right. You know what?
You're
You
right.
changed my mind. When I came into this, I was like, that was my favorite one so far. I think I just really like the part where he lit up all those dudes on their motorcycles.
and the fact that at the end they were like, the Mandalorian's coming back. And I was like,
they played the like do 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 do, and I was like, oh shit, dude, Mando.
Yay!
I do like him. He's cool.
Everything's forgotten.
I'm happy.
And then suddenly the episode's the best one ever.
Yep. Huh. We got tricked. Damn it.
They
pack.
got you. They got you good.
It's a good thing that Kelsey was here to show us the light.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And I liked that rat catcher robot. And
I did too.
He was there at the
at the dinner
thing.
So
he
he's still
like a
around
duck to me.
Yeah.
He looked
He
like
did.
a little droid duck, like a fucking actual true crime murderous duck.
True crime murder duck.
Yeah.
With this little wire net trying to catch some rats.
Yeah, and then he turns into like a rabbit, and he turned into a cat at one point too, I thought.
Oh yeah, he like got on all fours and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked him.
I liked him too. He was great. Well, Kelsey, you did good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I liked it.
I like when you rage on Fennec. That shit's really funny. And it's going to play really good on Twitter because a lot of people, that's their main complaint with this show. And they also hate the Power Rangers. Dude, we tried to find somebody who did a review where they actually enjoyed the show. So I typed in Star Wars theory because he's this dude who just like loves Star Wars. And even he's like, yeah, so this like speeder chase scene didn't really do it for me. And like these neon guys with the chrome, like I don't really get, like they don't really fit into Star Wars, you know? And
they don't fit. No, he was like, they don't fit into Tatooine. I would believe it if it was on Coruscant. And it was like, that's what we fucking said last week.
Yeah, that's true. That's what he said. And yeah, that's exactly what we said. Yeah.
This is why we need Cody, because Cody could fill that gap and be the person that is like, Star Wars can do no wrong ever.
I know.
We would hit a market that nobody's hit before.
Like, somebody who likes it.
Somebody who likes it.
That's true.
Get on, and he should tell us what he thinks and not be mad that we don't get the premise of the show.
I sent him a message before we started recording, and I said, you should come and crash the review, but I think he's asleep.
Oh, he should do his reviews again because I miss them. And I do love that he loves Star Wars, and I love that he brings a contrary opinion to the rest of us.
Well, tomorrow, let's hit him up and tell him that he needs to record with me.
All right, let's do it.
All right, well.
Later boners.